Welcome back to Rental Property versus Dividend Portfolio. This is Season 1, Episode 3. We're in our third month. Let's take a look. This is the M1 Finance application. This is the desktop. You see the current valuation is $37,586.62. Looks like we're down for the month, $847.32, which it's not terrible. I did use margin. That's why you see this bump up here. And then you see some erosion away, but this has been a pretty rough week for the market anyway. But you'll see for the month, our dividends actually were pretty awesome this month. We earned quite a few dividends this month. So even with the loss, I'm not really worried about how this is ultimately going to turn out. I think this portfolio is going to hold up well. But you just kind of see walking down all the stocks that I hold, kind of the valuation we have today. You can also see each stock for up or down for the month based on everything that's there. But again, we grabbed all the dividends. I put them in a spreadsheet. I think it's a little easier to digest. So let's kind of pivot over to that spreadsheet. And this is the spreadsheet. We're going to focus on March. That's the column I have kind of lined out here. You can see over to the left the ticker, and you can see down the column of March. You can see how much that stock paid for the month. Notice that some of these stocks pay every month, some pay every 3 months, some pay every 4 months. I try to use the yellow, red for my indicators that they should be paying that month or paying the next month. In this case, like Coca-Cola actually paid April instead of March. And that is the case with QQQX as well. But you kind of walk through all these, you see where everything is. Again, kind of those big hitters are still the yield max. The yield max funds are still pumping pretty well, but remember they have NAV erosion, so that makes your market account go down. Look at some of these other ones. There's definitely some other ones out there. ARCC Private Lending Company, 1079 for the quarter. But again, that's not a monthly dividend. That's quarterly. Winter, 162.96. That winter is the reverse of MSTR or MSTZ, which is the high yield. That's the playoff MicroStrategy. And until Bitcoin reverses, I'm short on that, which is why I actually took a $2,000 margin loan for WNTR, which again, we'll talk about that here in a second. But you kind of see the outline of this spreadsheet. We now have the columns for a loan and for margin. I have not yet tapped into the loan on the house. At some point, I will be doing that, but for right now, I've not done it. The margin, I actually took a margin loan out this time for $2,000 on the right-hand side here, and I'll explain that here in a second. But just standard how we kind of left off, the running balance, 312.50 for the month of February, and the running balance, the end of February for dividends was 677.93. But based off that, dividends have a little bit of a lead this month. And we also took out a margin loan, which again, I'll explain that here in a second. But basically, we took out $2,000 with the agreement to pay back at $2,000 at 5.65%, which is $942. But look at what the payout was, $162 compared to $26.82 the month before. So to me, this is going to pay for itself. As we do the margin, I'm going to pay the margin back using the WNTR dividends, which are paid out every week. So I'm going to turn around and pay that back every week. Diving into the next part, the rent was paid $750. We took the margin of $2,000. We added the $942, which is the interest that we're going to use here. We paid back $125 plus the payment. So our new balance is going to be cheaper, but we'll get to that here in a second. So rent's $750 for the month, which was great. After we did that, we management fees, which were $12.25. The March dividends were $565.95. That's a hefty increase from previous. But when you have quarters like that, that's what happens. Big quarters where the traditional dividend aristocrats tend to pay out every 3 to 4 months. You're going to have the bigger months when those dividend aristocrats pay out. We see the margin payment of $134.42, which again, that's all the payments I made. That's $125 plus the $9.42 interest, leaving us with $18.75 balance. But the ending balance of March, the rental property was at $737.75, and the dividend account at the end of March was $431.53. That brings our running balances to the house at $1,050.25, and the running balance of the dividend portfolio at $1,109.46. Now we have a balance in our margin account of $1,875, and there's going to be an $8.83 interest on that next month. So we'll have to make sure we cover that $883 plus at least $100, if not $125 or more, towards that payment. Again, I'm trying to get the margin repaid with the stock that I actually took the margin out on. So I'm going to use that dividend, that weekly payout, to pay this down. And even though we've had a lot of volatility over the last month, The stock market high yield dividend portfolio that I created is still $50 ahead of the house. Will it maintain that? I don't know. I don't think so. I think that we've started using margin on the dividends to kind of keep them there, but you have to be smart with that. I think as we open up the aperture and we start using the cash out refinance on the house, that's going to open up doors over there. And we'll see which one ultimately prevails. As we do the burst strategy, we start growing our portfolio on both sides. I'm anxious to see how this goes long term. Which one is ultimately going to outweigh the other? Will this one rental property become multiple rental properties? And will it outperform a high yield dividend stock portfolio that's enabled margin? Only time will tell. Let's see how the progress continues. And as you can see, the dividend portfolio has a slight lead right now. We've used margin, which has helped a little bit. I'm not a big fan of margin. I think you need to deploy it very carefully. You can get yourself in a bad situation and get margin called if you don't know what you're doing. This is not financial advice. I'm just giving you a couple examples of how I'm trying to leverage two assets for passive income in the future. Note that while I use margin on the dividend side, on the home side, I've not used any cash out refinance yet. I'm getting close to doing that. I've talked to my banker. He has a house he wants to sell me, and it's just a matter of finding the right price and then how much money it's going to take to make all of it work. Stick around. I think this challenge is going to get even more interesting as we progress. If you haven't, please comment down below, like and subscribe. Stick around. We're going to do great things.